Hey everybody, welcome back to Guys Night Lab. I'm Jesus, and it's finally Christmas time. Well, it's been Christmas time for a while, and the holiday season. But for me, I just finished work, and I am off for a couple weeks or a few weeks, so I am excited. So time to party. So yeah, how about another episode of 12 Days of Christmas to officially start Christmas time for me, even though we got like less than a week before Christmas. But anywho, today's episode we're gonna talk about a wonderful Christmas episode. It's not necessarily a Christmas episode, kind of it is. It's more of a holiday episode, and it's one of my favorite shows, or a great show. It was in our back in March. We had a March Madness TV show on Guys Night Lab. It wasn't on YouTube. It was just on our Instagram page. And if you find us on Instagram, just search Guys Night Lab, and you should find us there. But we had a March Madness TV show bracket, favorite TV shows. And this show was in the final four. I know I'm kind of anticipating the delay here, but the final four were The Simpsons, It's Always Sunny, The Office, and the show we're going to talk about today, which is Seinfeld. And so the holiday episodes, you could already assume which one it is, but everyone thinks the episode is called the Festivus for the rest of us, but it's not. It's actually called The Strike. And so the show is it's from season 9, episode 10. And the show it's got so much going on, but it's considered a holiday episode. Even though there's not a lot of holiday things going on, there's certain things about the whole episode. There's not a lot of like Christmas or Hanukkah or holiday like festiveness in it. It's still considered now like a completely holiday special. So anyways, I'll give you a synopsis of the episode of what goes on. So Jerry and Elaine and George are at Tim Whatley's Hanukkah party, and Tim Whatley is the dentist. He's played by Bryan Cranston, who's Walt from Breaking Bad, and Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. So there's a whole funny story that he converted to Judaism and everything. And Jerry always says like, yeah, it must be easy when you don't have to deal with the actual parents who are Jewish. But anyway, so they're at the holiday party or Hanukkah party, sorry. And Elaine kind of gives a guy, it's Kevin McDonald from Kids in the Hall, and he's like in other stuff. But she gives the denim vest guy a fake phone number, and Jerry meets a girl who like looks amazing, but she doesn't really look great in certain lighting. So it's the girl that looks different in different lighting. And then the other part of the episode is George gives Tim Whatley, the Yankee tickets. So anyway, so that's the setup of everything. So all these things are happening. So then you find out that like later in the episode, like the next scene or the next day, Tim Whatley gives George like a donation in the honor of whatever. It's like, hey, I gave you a donation in in your name for this charity, which is the funniest thing because that has happened to me. Like I got a present from like, I don't even remember, but it was someone's like aunt or someone's like, it was just someone that like was kind of a friend or an acquaintance. And they gave me this present that like they gave an amount of money in a charity in my name to a charity I probably would never even support or don't even know exists or whatever. And I'm like, I could use the charity. Like, I need some money, but it's just kind of funny. So anyways, George gets that, and then he gets the bright idea to make up the human fund. So this is the episode that has the human fund. So he starts giving everyone Christmas presents of the human fund that he's that's his Christmas present. A donation has been made in your name to the human fund. So there's that, and then there's the ugly sweater, or sorry, not the ugly sweater, the ugly lighting girl, where she looks different in different lightings, like in the car, in the restaurant, at the diner, and then the other angle is that Kramer is working. He's back on work. He's been on strike for like 12 years, and so now he's done with that. And then so then the other part is that Elaine wants her sub stamp because she's had like 12 bad subs or something like that. And but she gave her vest or whatever, got like lost in the shuffle and she has to get it. So anyways, And then after that, Kramer finds out about what Festivus is, and then George's dad is there, and he's yelling, and Frank, Frank is his name, Frank and Estelle, George's mom and dad. So, anyways, obviously hilarity ensues, and it's a great episode. There's so many funny things, so many funny lines that happen in this episode. I mean, I could quote it and keep going and say stuff like that, but obviously the Festivus for the rest of us, the feats of strength. Like one of my favorite lines is like at the end where George is talking to Jerry. He's like, "Oh, you're here for the Festivus for the rest of us," because George hates it, and so he's like, "Oh, you're here for the Festivus for the rest of us," and then Jerry's like, they caught you with the 20 G's, right? Because George's boss makes a donation to the Human Fund in 20 grand for 20 grand. And so Jerry's like, they caught you with the 20 G's. And then George's like, red-handed. And so there's just a lot of funny lines in it. It's definitely a funny episode. Like I said, it's not like necessarily like Christmassy where there's like a lot of atmospheric decorations, Christmas songs or anything like that. It's like a regular Seinfeld episode, but it's kind of like a holiday theme now because Festivus has like kind of become its own thing now. And so the whole point of Festivus was that it's kind of like, not to say the anti-holiday, but it it is like the anti pressure of commercialism for Christmas. And which is just an excuse to like, I don't really want to celebrate Christmas. Not to say you don't believe in Christmas, you don't believe in the holidays, but you're throwing in the towel because you don't want to be part of the buying presents and all this stuff like that. But it's a total thing that people celebrate now. It's the Festivus for the rest of us, but the metal pole, the feats of strength, the airing of grievances. It's celebrated on December 23rd, which is coming up, and yeah, it's definitely become its own thing, and people have have put very spins on their Festivus. They have Festivus parties or Festivus gifts exchange, Festivus greetings, which is kind of like, it's weird because the whole point of Festivus is for not make it commercial, and now it's gone like super commercial. And like I say, the point of Festivus, like it's an actual thing. It's just an episode on a TV show of Seinfeld. So, anyways, if you're ever in a holiday spirit, or not to say anti-holiday spirit, or love Seinfeld, or want to watch an offbeat holiday special or holiday episode, go ahead and watch The Strike on Seinfeld, season 9, episode 10. Like I said, it's not called Festivus. Everyone thinks it's called the Festivus episode, but it's not. It's called The Strike, and the strike is because Kramer has been on strike for 12 years. But anyways, like I said, the rest of us, we call it the Festivus episode. So go check out the Festivus episode or The Strike or whatever, and check out some Seinfeld. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy Festivus.